Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Redragon VARA K551 104 key mechanical keyboard. So for those of you that have been watching my channel for a while, you know that I already use a Redragon mechanical keyboard. This is the K552, essentially the 10 keyless version of the 551. Now, one thing that Redragon's done over the past couple years is they've actually upgraded their product line while keeping their product numbers the same. So while this used to be a red-only backlit keyboard, this keyboard in particular is fully customizable, 100% RGB, different breathing styles, different patterns, you name it, you can do it on it. And also I've missed my 10 key, so I'm going to be adding that back to my setup again. Nothing wrong with my current keyboard, but I do miss having the 10 keypad on there. So we're going to open this up and see what we've got. Let's look and see what they gave us in the box. So this box right here looks pretty nice. It's very tightly packed. Not a lot of spare room in there. I've got some promotional items, RGB sticker. So they've obviously reused the box from the older products they had. High speed, high control, high response, and some warranty and product review information on there. You can flip over the box and check out the back. We got some more information here. So high quality LED backlit mechanical gaming keyboard, high precision machinery manufacturer, double injection keycaps, full in-key rollover, so no ghosting at all. Spill proof, win keys can be disabled, and then that's basically all they give us, along with some support. Definitely Windows supported. The product page actually has limited Mac support, but your mileage may vary there. Alright, so time for the fun part. Let's go ahead and crack this bad boy open. I already cut this tape. This is a lot harder one-handed than it looks. Okay. So we're reading with some lovely bubble wrap. Go ahead and pull this out of here. Ooh, she's hefty. I like it already. Alright, so included in the box is a keycap puller. Always nice to have those around. And we've got the keyboard and attached wire and a manual. How about that? Ooh, and stickers. Always a nice bonus. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and open this up. Okay, so I'm already kind of digging this aesthetic. It's very simple, yet it does feel really nice. It looks really good. This is made from a metal and ABS construction, so it should be really solid. ABS is the same kind of plastic that you find in like your car's dash, so it should be pretty resilient to any kind of spills or wear and tear from UV. Overall though, it looks pretty good. I'm really digging the legend on these keys too. It's not your standard key legend. It looks a little edgier. Definitely looks pretty good. And you can see up here they have integrated function multimedia controls. Those are all controlled with the FN key down here. So that's pretty cool too. No extra clutter, and all the keys on the board are mechanical. Alright, so checking out the manual real quick. We really don't need a manual for a keyboard, but it is nice because of the programmable features in there. So we're going to take a look at this real quick and see what we got. And this was probably everything that we need to know right here. So it tells us how to activate the backlighting modes. It tells us the keyboard functions as well as the multimedia keys. Some hazardous materials, which there are none present in this keyboard, which is always good. And we go straight into another language. So that's all we get right there for English. So one thing I'm interested to see, comparing this to my old keyboard, or my current keyboard rather, is both of these keyboards use blue style switches. Now, for anyone who's new to mechanical keyboards, almost all mechanical keyboards are based off of Cherry MX's key switch designs. So you either find a keyboard with Cherry MX's in it, or you'll find a keyboard that has switches based on a Cherry MX. So these switches are based on a Cherry. They're based on the Cherry Blues, which are audible and tactile, but they're not too loud. So I'm interested to see how they compare in sound to my current keyboard, because they also use imitation Cherry MX Blues. Okay, so we just hooked this thing up, and you can see it's already got a beautiful RGB rainbow sweeping across it. in a pattern across the board there. Looks really good so far. So again, to mention this one is red light only. I bought that just to match the aesthetic of my computer, but I would like a little bit more option in case I want to change the colors. My computer itself is full RGB, but it is set to just red breathing, so it would be nice to be able to have a little bit more options there. Alright, so the first thing we'll take a look at is deck flex. So deck flex is the amount of flexing in the actual board, which there is very, very little. This is a very solid board. Now, obviously, the bigger the board is, the more flex it's going to have. This board really doesn't have any flex either, and I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't because it's a much smaller board. But overall, this one is a very sturdy build, very good construction. Like I said, I do like the simple aesthetic, the way that it's laid out. It looks really good. We're going to go ahead and do a sound check to see how our keycaps sound. So here is what the original board sounds like, just to kind of give you an example. So again, these are both based on Cherry MX Blue switches. And then if we do this on the new board, so very, very similar. It's not too loud. It's a pretty satisfying click. As far as how the keycaps feel when you press them, they do have what's called a medium actuation, so it's not too soft, it's not too hard. They are audible, they are tactile, so you do feel that bottoming out to let you know that you did press the keycap completely. And they are slightly clicky, so that you get that satisfying click while you type. These keyboards are generally used for more in typing environments and office environments, but they do work really well for gaming too because they are precise and they do let you know exactly when you press the keys down. So for that point, these make a great general purpose keyboard for use in your home computer and work computer. So after referencing our manual, it looks like using the FN key and these 6 keys here between insert, page up, page down, and delete, we can actually change the automated RGB cycles on this. So we'll go ahead and try a few of them. Now there are 3 modes on each key, so you can cycle between them. 2 is probably my favorite so far, because that's the one that actually reacts to your button presses. utilizing the FN key with some other keys, you can change the function of those backlights. So, as I mentioned earlier, you can lock the Windows key on this by pressing FN and the Windows key that will lock it, so you can't activate it in games. If you do the up and down arrows, it's actually going to change the speed of that backlight. If you use the left and right, it'll change the direction or the color. Really cool. There's also these keys up here to change the direction of the flow. So it's pretty programmable, but it looks like there is some software that we can take a look at from Redragon for macro recording and backlight settings. So we'll check that out. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and try to install this software. Okay, so it looks like we're not going to be able to get our software from this website, and that's a bit of a bummer. So again, we don't need this to use the keyboard and utilize its functionality. There were some fully programmable options on the software. Maybe we'll be able to find it from somewhere else, but as of right now, the website mentioned in the manual is definitely a no-go. So it is Judgment Day. What do I think about this board? Pros, it's definitely inexpensive. For about $50, you've got an awesome full 104 key keyboard with full RGB and programmability if you can get your hands on the software. I love the open deck design. This makes it very easy to clean out and maintain. The key switches feel nice, they sound right, and the board types really well. I love that the function keys are integrated into the actual mechanical keycap, so you don't have any squishy membrane keys to control your volume and things of that nature. And overall, the board just looks really good. So what are the bad things about this board? Well, obviously, most people have not heard of Redragon or are not aware of the brand. There's obviously no brand value there. Software support's a big issue because obviously we couldn't install any software. Not that we need it for full functionality, but it's nice to have for sure. And durability is another thing. Now, I've had this keyboard for 2 years. I've had zero issues out of it. It's been very easy to clean and maintain. So I can say that I do trust Redragon in terms of their build quality and durability. Your mileage may vary, but I'm very happy with mine, and I'm sure I'll be very happy with this one too. So should you buy this keyboard? You absolutely should. If you're trying to get into the mechanical keyboard game, or if you're already in it and you're looking for a cheap, durable, long-lasting keyboard that's going to do you well for at least a few years, this is definitely the way to go. Alright guys, as always, thank you so much for your continued support. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe, share with your friends who may be interested in finding themselves a mechanical keyboard. And that's all I got for you. Until the next time, peace.